legends, welcome back to Behind the Driving Wheel FNQ, the show where the engines roar, the stories roll, and the road goes on forever. Whether you're a pilot of a thumping truck, a mud-smattered 4x4, or a wild set of wheels on two or more, you're in good company here. We're all about the people who live life in the driver's seat. And today we're kicking up some dust, sharing yarns and celebrating every kind of ride that calls the open road home. And a big thanks to our mates with the rubber that keeps us rolling, Tough Tyres Cans. And now, here's your host, PJ.
Well, thanks once again for joining us on Behind the Driving Wheels in FNQ. Thanks to our good mates at Tough Tyres, of course. And Pete Jackson here as your host. And today we've got a really good special guest and a good mate of mine from up in the Tablelands, Steve Bibi. Steve, thanks for joining us, mate.
Welcome, Pete.
We had a quick talk about your service with Queensland Ambos and the Fireys, mate, and what an exceptional and highly decorated career you've had, mate. I was just unaware. It's the amazing thing when you get to talk to your mates a little bit closer and pay close attention to what they've done over the years, mate. And Steve, you've dedicated nearly 4 decades to the emergency service across the SES, Queensland Ambulance, and Queensland Fire and Rescue. What first inspired you to step in and into that world of helping others, mate?
Well, when Winifred come through many years ago, I joined the SES then, just trying to help people in the community. And that was my goal after that, just keep helping people in the community.
So Winifred was a major cyclone that come through North Queensland?
Winifred was, yeah.
Yeah, okay, it was before my time, mate. But so, Steve, look, after 19 years with the Queensland Ambulance Services, what are some of the greatest changes that you've seen in the types of emergencies and also the pressures that are facing first responders, mate?
Well, they've got more field now, more drugs and stuff to be allowed to give to by ambulance officers. They've got a higher ranking officers now that do a wonderful job, and they just all round just got better skills, better facilities to use them skills with. Update, I say, that's all. Yeah.
So the first responders in the case of ambulance and that, ambulance drivers and paramedics, they're now allowed to administer more on the spot drugs and support for patients. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes, they have higher ranking officers there that have specialised treatment, specialised skills.
You've worked in AMBO, you've worked in the fires and the SES roles. How different is the mindset required for each service, and what skills do you think are portable across all 3 of those services?
With the SES, it's no monetary gain as such. Therefore, people in the SES have more heart in the game, I should say, like heart in the game. They're there for the people, not for the money. Yeah, all round is being a people person, just being willing to sacrifice to help the people in the community. You lose your holidays, you lose your anniversaries, you lose Christmases. They're all lost if you're doing a shift work and that. You know, lost a lot of stuff, yeah.
Yeah, right, mate. No, it is absolutely self-sacrifice in the service of others. And, mate, the one thing that I would well imagine is across your career, what's one job or incident that's really stayed with you the most and why?
You never forget anything. It's all in your mind. Everything you've seen and done, it's always there. It sticks in there. You have a lot of flashbacks. I have one little bub that we lost, and that's one that I do regret, yeah.
Yeah, mate, look, I could well imagine it. Those things once seen cannot be unseen, mate, and you would be, I'd imagine, faced with those sorts of things on a semi-regular basis, way more than the average punter would anyway, mate. Look, Far North Queensland cops cyclones, floods and road trauma and rescues. How important are the volunteers and the community spirit during these major emergencies?
Oh, very important.
Yeah.
And they are, without them, there'd be a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos, I suppose. Supposed to say, all in all, they are a must for the community, I think, and those who do it are a very highly recommended people, I think.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing, mate. You've spent over 35 years with the SES. What keeps someone committing to volunteering for that?
With the SES, there's no monetary gain. It's all my camaraderie. I have friends there from over 30-odd years ago, still friends to the day. You have friends for life, you meet, and the skills you learn are always handy on the outside of the SES as well. So you learn quite good skills, and you said once again, camaraderie is a big thing. It's
And that's the most sensational thing to see, despite, you know, and you see it whether it's up in North Queensland or, say, in Brisbane with the floods and that sort of stuff. You see everyone, neighbourhoods and people getting together, black, white and brindle, mate, getting involved, putting the shoulder to the wheel and really helping each other in times of crisis, mate. And it is sensational to see, you know. So this is probably a really big, important question, mate, and I hope it's not too personal. But emergency service workers often see people on their very worst days of their lives, you know. So how do you personally manage stress and mental health over such a long career?
You don't really. It's, like I said, it's always there. You don't really lose it. I can picture everything I've seen from day one regularly, flashbacks occasionally. You never really lose it. So there's a thing called PTSD. I don't think I have it, but I don't know. You can get PTSD from it. I know quite a few that have. And it's some things there are very, you do when you first start, you do a psychological test, and I passed that okay. All right. Psychosomatic test.
Yeah, look, that would be a huge thing. Post-traumatic stress disorder, that would be a huge thing, and then not just in your role. You know, a lot of first responders do have those challenges, and obviously seek support with that. And that's a key thing: recognising it and then seeking support after is the main thing. Not trying to battle it out yourself, I'd imagine, or watching it bleed through those issues bleeding through your family as well. So, but look, mate, after such a decorated career, which I keep saying, looking back, what are some of the greatest lessons emergency services taught you about life, people, and also resilience?
Greatest lessons, greatest lessons I've learned is just to keep helping people. It's just a thing you get in your mind frame that everyone needs a hand, no matter where you are, who you are. If you're available to give a hand, give them a hand. No stopping traumatic or even someone's spare tyre. Help them when you can, that's all.
Look, and here's the other thing. Now, if you were talking to young people about joining the SES, the Ambos or the fire or any other emergency services, what advice would you give them?
I'd say go ahead. It's a great career. And like I said, it's one you never, ever forget once you start it. Life skills, hands-on skills, all kinds of skills you learn. And once again, the camaraderie is pretty good. And, it's always a thing you have. Someone's got your back the whole time. You know, someone have your back. So, it's just I reckon go for it for young ones. It's a good career. And look, after such an incredible career serving Queensland communities, what makes you proud when you look back over your years in uniform? Me proud? I don't know about me being proud, but so I've enjoyed it and made a lot of friends, and it's just I'm not a proud person. I'm not an accolade carrier by medals I've never worn. I just do it because I want to do it.
And let's talk about that, mate. And you're not, and you don't come across like that. And I've known you quite a few years now, and mate, you've never gone on about it. It was only that I'd reached out to you and about this because I thought we had talked about it very briefly, and I just wanted to get a bit more information. Yeah. And you were, like I keep saying, highly decorated. Can you tell me about some of those decorations that you were awarded, mate, please, if that's all right?
Oh, I got the medal for ambulance medal. I think it's a 10-year one. Got a 15-year double bar on the SES medal and double bar on the double bar national medal.
Steve Bibi, it's just fantastic. Thank you very much for coming down off the hill there to us poor people down here in Cairns. You've got the great spot up there at Tolga. Yep. And, mate, really appreciate you coming down, mate. And thank you for being a guest on Behind the Driving Wheel FNQ. Really appreciate it, mate.
Thank you for the invite.
That's it for our very special episode with Steve Bibi, Behind the Driving Wheels. Big thanks again for our mates at Tough Tyres who keep those ambulance rolling, I'd like to think, or keep a lot of emergency vehicles going. The guys down there, Gav and the boys down at Tough Tyres, always good looking after us and always hopefully look after you as well if you get down there and talk to them at their Cairns office. So again, thank you very much. That's it. We're putting the brakes on for another episode. I'm Peter Jackson and thank you for joining us on Behind the Driving Wheel FNQ.
Thanks, PJ. Got a wild tale from your time behind the wheel? We want to hear it. Drop a line to the producer, Peter Jackson, at peter.jackson@sca.com.au, and you could be featured on the show, sharing your yarns with the whole of FNQ. So buckle up, hit the road, and don't forget, life's always better behind the driving wheel.